Then for the ingredients, just kind of as a list, 2 cups of milk. It doesn't really matter what kind of milk, but I always just do 2%. Olive oil for getting that, just put a little on top. You don't need that much. Flour, all-purpose flour. It doesn't have to be this one, but literally any type of flour. As long as it's all-purpose, you can use it for anything. Sugar, any type of sugar. Yeast, I would just buy a jar if you're gonna be making it a lot. And then just regular salt. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna start with microwaving some water, as long as it's like kind of hot to the touch. It doesn't really matter how much. It's only really water you're gonna be using in this recipe. Just fucking pour it in. You're just using warm water to make sure your yeast is still active. If you're looking for what to buy, I'm gonna list all this. I'm gonna write like a description, an actual like detailed recipe for you, but for the batches I make, I do 2 teaspoons. I only have the half right now. I think the other one got destroyed in the garbage disposal, so 4 scoops of this, and then you just wait. I'll show you what it looks like when it's activated. Alright, so this was literally only 30 seconds. Yeah, this shit's active. You can see kind of how it's like foaming up, and you'll be able to smell it. It just smells like bread, yeast. Okay, so on to our dry and dry-ish ingredient. For flour, I already measured everything out because it's a pain. You'd just be watching me scoop. No one wants to do that. This is 2 teaspoons of salt. Just goes in straight in the flour. I usually separate it so you can whisk it all together. And then 2 teaspoons of sugar. So one second. This is my whisk ma. And just give it a little push around and make everything is combined. Yeah, about 4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Alright, now for the fun part where we start adding the liquids. So it doesn't really matter with this recipe. You can use milk or water, a combination of both, but I just like the way it tastes better when it's milk. And as you can see, to save on some dishes, I am using the same measuring cup because I do not care. And here's 1, 2, 2 cups of milk. Now this is where things get annoying. I usually just slowly add my flour in. And you're just gonna fucking mix until this part's thoroughly combined. That's what I usually do, just to get it going, get a heterogeneous, I think that's the word for it, mixture going. More flour. Yeah, sorry, it's the air fryer going off. Alright, a second, I walked over there and stopped making noise. It's fine though. Alright, now you send the rest of it and just start mixing. And I'm gonna cut to when I have this thing fully ready and what it should look like. Alright, so sometimes it takes some extra flour to get it to where you can work with it, so don't be afraid to use a little bit of extra. And and kind of want it like in this shape. This, don't need all this, just get rid of that really quickly. And then in its resting chamber is what I call it. You're gonna take a little oil and just give it a little. And now cover it. Do the same with this side. And then you just let it rest for a few hours. Get it like this, weird little like ball, and then I'll just expand. I usually put a lid over it, or like a cloth or something.